All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for all the support, the likes, comments, subscribes, etc., etc. Now, we have the passport bros, right? That's like the biggest things with the young men in America, right? In the Western world, because they like that hospitality in Southeast Asia, right? You know, the home welcoming type of feel. But when you have Pattaya City, one of the main party capitals of Asia, they're pretty much aging out. I'm talking about like the bar scene. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the bar girls in Thailand. Let's go ahead. And shout out to the Caveman Passport. We're not going to play the whole video, but I'm going to just do a quick, view.
By the mid-2000s, Thailand was changing fast. Smartphones arrived. Facebook, Line, and online marketplaces opened new ways to make money.
And let's not forget Cash App and Venmo, just to name a few.
You didn't need to stand under neon lights to meet people or earn income anymore. Young women could work in offices, shops, or online, often from their hometowns. The social stigma around bar work also grew. The world was watching now, and the internet never forgets. A single selfie from a bar could follow a girl forever.
Yeah, not only that, if the girl's doing adultery, like that one adult actor, Lana Rhodes, she's asking for her 300 or 400 videos that she released out to be removed from the internet. Nah, baby girl. She doesn't want her son to see it as he gets older. I'm like, it's too late. That's on the internet forever.
So the next generation stopped coming, and the ones already here stayed. In the past, older women would naturally move on, pushed out by younger arrivals eager to take their place. But that cycle broke. When the fresh faces stopped coming, the older ones simply remained. No one replaced them, so there was no reason to leave. That's why when you walk those same streets today, most of the women are in their 30s, 40s, or even 50s.
Now check this out. This is all I see usually, well, with an occasional few young ones every now and then. I follow a couple passport bros. I've seen footage on Instagram of them. Several people record themselves walking down the street, right? And I see mostly older women. You'll see younger women too, but you'll see more older ones than you will. Like kind of like a mix. It's like a mixed bag. And I'm like, this is what they're going over there for? I'm like, oh, these women kind of look like the women over here. They're bigger. They have tattoos, etc.
They aged, but the system didn't renew itself. Pattaya grew old in real time. A city running on the same generation that once made it thrive.
Now see, back in the day, the original passport bros were the young military guys, the enlisted people, right? Along with the rich businessmen. Because see, back in the day, traveling, only business people traveled back in the day. You were either business or military. Now, being that, we have a large generation of a lot of retired guys, they caught on to going over to these places and finding their next wife. And then a lot of nowadays, it's mostly Lester type looking guys from Grand Theft Auto 5.
At the same time, the rules tightened. Police checks increased. Visa runs became harder. Bar owners avoided hiring anyone who even looked too young. It was safer to keep the older workers, the locals they already knew.
And that's another reason, because people don't realize, like in the Western world, prostitution is not legalized, right? But it's not really legalized in Thailand either. Like, the restrictions are just a little bit more laid back, but it's like you can get away with a little bit more things there than you could in the States. Like, we couldn't have this set up in America. No. I mean, our version is the cracked out version. Our version of this is wearing almost nothing and being cracked out and can barely walk on drugs standing on the corner. This setup is a little different.
Bars themselves kept turning over. New names, fresh paint, brighter lights. But the faces behind the counters stayed the same.
And another interesting fact is there's a lot of Indians that are coming over here too. And a lot of these clubs are owned by Indians. Yeah.
No amount of chrome or neon could replace what once made a bar successful, the beauty and youth of its women. As the nightlife softened, the city filled the gap with new kinds of visitors, families, tour groups, and packaged tourists from China, Russia, and India. They brought money, but not the same energy. Pattaya became safer, cleaner, more respectable, but the wild edge that once defined it slowly disappeared.
Yeah, that's because a lot of foreigners are coming there to open up shop and do their businesses there. That's another cause for this too.
Meanwhile, the marketplace of desire moved online. Apps like Tinder, Thai Friendly, and Telegram replaced the bar stool and the beer.
Because what's the point of standing out in heels all night when you could just get a bunch of simps to talk to on a dating app? It makes perfect sense.
The young and attractive no longer needed to come to Pattaya. They could connect and earn from anywhere with a signal. At the same time, Thailand's economy had grown. Better education, service jobs, and online income meant new options beyond the nightlife. The next generation saw less reason to travel to a city built on yesterday's dreams. They'd also grown wiser. They knew...
Yeah, because see, the thing is, these girls, why go out to the city and work if they don't have to? They could probably make more money by having guys send them, Western Union, everything from their village. So they could stay in their village and make money and support their family right there. Why go to the expensive city? Why spend all your money in the city when you can just stay in your own domain?
Most foreign men weren't looking for wives anymore, just quick escapes from their own routines.
And see, the original passport bros were wifing these women up. I mean, it's still happening now, but not as often because, see, like I said earlier in the video, that the military boys, they were young. They were like 18, 19, 20 and wifing these girls up and bringing them back to the States or wherever else they were from. Germany, UK, and all that. But see, now it's kind of like a match made in heaven. So now you have all these 50-plus-year-old guys going over there now, and they're dealing with these women at the bar girls that are around the same age. Like, so you have the older guys that are retired. They're over there to chill out and, feel a little youthful again. And then they're dealing with pretty much middle-aged women as well. So back in the day when the military boys when it was just straight military guys, the women were young just like the military guys. See the difference? You see how that shifted? So now it's older guys and older women now.
As that happened, the city's new mass tourists filled the streets by day, shopping and sightseeing where the nightlife once ruled. What remained at night was a quieter, older scene, nostalgia for some, confusion for others. The bars didn't evolve.
I mean, you still see some young ones. She's young. Who else? She may be young. She's young. So yeah, it's like a mixed bag now. You still see some young ones out there, but just not like before.
They just aged in place, waiting for a crowd that never returned. And yet the lights still flash. The signs still promise what they always did. But everyone senses it's a performance now. The girls play their parts. The men relive their youth for a week or two. Many of the dancers today are coyotes, inked, enhanced, louder than before.
Louder than before. So yeah. So a lot of these guys are going over there to deal with the same tatted up, overweight women that are over here.
Doing what they must to stand out in a shrinking market. If they're not older, they're often heavier, shaped by years of late nights and easy calories.
And it's like the real question is, you have to question yourself. It's like, how old can they get standing in those heels like that? Because, their knees start to wear out as they get older. But then a lot of them, they'll get all these surgeries just so they can keep doing this. It's wild because a lot of times this is short term, like between 3 to 5 years. When people enter this kind of work, usually it's between 3 to 5 years, whether it's a bar girl, massage girl, any of those, adult actress. Usually it's not for long.
For some, this kind of work still fits. Every country has its night shift and its hustlers who feel at home under neon. The change hasn't been sudden or absolute. It's crept in year by year. Search long enough, stay out late enough, and you may still find that rare diamond in the rough.
Yeah, and you guys do me a favor. For those of you that think that you could get women for free in spit game, that's not gonna work here. That's not gonna work here. Everybody should know when you go to these type of places in these countries, it's all pay for play. You're not getting anything for free.
A flash of the old magic that once defined the place. But those moments are fewer now. It's not about connection anymore. It's about continuity. The show must go on, even if the meaning has gone.
Yeah, so you see what's happening here. I mean, it's still worth going to. Definitely.
There's an evolutionary truth buried in this. The male brain is wired to chase novelty, to seek reward, to pursue youth. It's the same instinct that once drove men to explore new lands, to hunt, to compete. But modern life has saturated those circuits. Constant screens, endless choice, cheap dopamine. The thrill that once required risk and effort now flickers behind a touch screen. So the mind keeps searching for a place where the hunt still feels real. That's why so many men keep returning here, hoping the next trip will feel like the first. But it never does, because time changed the environment and the hunter didn't adapt. We're chasing echoes of a vanished age, still following ancient instincts through a modern maze. Look ahead 10 years and the pattern is clear. The current generation of bar women will be gone. There's no one behind them waiting to take their place. The bars will keep turning over, new owners, new names, new decor, but the essence can't be rebuilt. You can change the lighting and the furniture, but you can't bring back the youth or the innocence that once powered it all. A few will manage to capture a flicker of the old magic, but most will lose a lot of money chasing ghosts. In time, Pattaya will settle into something ordinary, a coastal resort like any other.
Yeah, pretty soon it's just going to be a luxury resort, and half of those clubs and businesses will be gone. They'll be all upscale restaurants. So basically what he's saying is Pattaya is pretty much going to transform in the next 10 to 20 years because nobody's going to replace those older bar girls. So, because they're going to start having, extension of families, grandchildren to look out for and everything. So they're not going to want to do that work anymore. So, yeah, that's interesting. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.